Hey there, and welcome back to Building Boys. We've now got issue 53 of Hachette's Build the Dizzy Doll's House. In this one, we will be completing the stairs and installing them into the house. I'm very excited about that because we're becoming a 2-floor house. You know, I like that. So it's more of the same. So we're pretty much repeating what we did in the last one with putting the steps on and putting the edging on, but then it's slightly changed because we're installing this into the house. We can put the edging on. Those strips that we got in 51. So let me just show you these. These 2 strip pieces here will be installed in these, and we'll ultimately be finishing the frozen room. And with the exception of the ceiling in the frozen room is pretty much built at this point. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a sight to behold, and it's really going to, I think this is going to have a massive impact. Our first flight of stairs it's an important one. I know we've got stairs in the basement, but the first stairs in the main house, I think this is key because we know we're going upstairs. Exciting times. We do get some cute little Donald bits in this one, so let's crack this open and let's take a look. So here's some pretty bits in this one. We got this beach towel to begin with. Very cute. You can see the little hearts and diamonds on that one. We then have this very cute little heart-shaped cushion here. It's a daisy. That's very nice. And then we have, these are so gorgeous. We have a pair of flip-flops, or slides, if you will, if you're one of the younger generations. My kids insist on calling them slides. Shaped like Donald's feet, so he's got his little flip-flops there, which will fit beautifully in that beach-themed playroom. So this is where I keep my stuff now. My stuff goes back in the little plastic containers. I keep them in, then I store this in the box. So this way it stays as fresh and clean as it can be, because it will be a year before we use any of that. So there we go. We can put that in there. Keep that nice. Here are the construction parts. Let's crack this open. So again, it looks very similar to what we already did. Some of these bits are going to be slightly different though, but it does look very similar to what we built in the last issue. So we have our actual staircase there. We have a bottom runner. I can see this is going to fit at the bottom at the very end. We have our side piece there. That's going to fit along there. Yeah, there. Okay. So I can see where we're going and what we're doing with this. Let's have a proper look at the instructions and put this together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue these 4 spikes, lugs, pins, whatever you want to call them here. So we're going to make sure those are nicely glued. Got that one there, that one there, and that one there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the main body of the stairs here. We're going to insert them into the pins here. Just line those up. There we are. Simple enough to line up. I suppose you could go through the side if you wanted to, but I didn't find that difficult. That was easy enough. So now we have our full staircase. It's time to start applying the stairs, and I would imagine we're going to do this exactly the same way. Right, body staircase is the word to the last issue. So on top of the pins, apply a thin layer of all-purpose glue on the back of one of the treads. D. So all of the treads have D on them. So these are what we're calling the treads, the steps basically. So we're going to glue them all along there. So let me get that done. Okay, so I have all the steps in place. And I've given a very liberal coating of all-purpose to here, here, and here. And I'm going to install these pieces. Again, remember to have your beveled edge facing inward, and you won't have any problems. This should just fit quite nicely. There we go. Just fitting lovely. So that's that one there. And then we are going to fit the longer of the 2 into here. Now again, there is a lip, so you can see that lip there goes onto the bottom step. So we're going to slot that in there like so. Now excess glue is okay because we're going to glue this to a wall. So excess glue will not hurt, it will help at this point because we're going to super glue this to the wall. I think we're going to go nuclear to get this to stay. But that's how we're looking now. So that's where we are. I believe banister Yeah, now, I had a hell of a job putting the banister in last time because my aging eyes wouldn't line it up. So I'm going to have to hold this in front of my face to get that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue onto the tips of these pins and slot this banister in place, remembering that there's this part here which is going to fit into this section of the banister here. And that's how we're going to go. So let me get that glued in. That's how we're now looking. We have this very lovely staircase ready to install. So it's time for me to get the house and put this in. Okay, so this is loosely rested. What we're going to do is taking this one out. We're not slathering this in glue. You don't need to. So this bottom section here, we're going to put some glue along there. And then this pin here, I'm going to apply some glue to that as well. So I'll show you me doing that. So here we go. The underneath from where it's going to stick in. Okay. And then just along here as well, as I said, along the bottom. Just to make this holds to the floor. Don't go anywhere. And then we'll drop this in. There we go. Pop this down. Make sure this is exactly where we want it to be. Check the back, make sure that's nice and flush to the back. And there we have it, our steps are in. So there we go, we have our staircase in, and where are we? Isn't that nice? Now we've got a few more bits to do. We've got a piece of trim that's going to go in there, and we have the trim that's going to go along here, and the trim that's going to go along here. So let's get those installed. So here we go, we can take this little piece here, we just put some wood glue along there. This is going to slot into that like so. You got that nice and flush, and that should hold rather lovely there. There we go. Make sure this is flush, because the ceiling's going on soon. I don't want this blocking that. And then we have the longer of the two. Same again, we're just going to give that a line of wood glue, and we're going to pop that one in place. So let's get that glued up. So there we are, just got a line of glue along there. And we're going to pop this one in along here, like so. Just want to stick. Not happy with that. Alright, apply a bit more. Let's try that. Not happy with that at all. Mine's a little warped. I think it's alright. I think the glue will hold it and bond it. Yes, there we go. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm liking this. Now we've got one final thing left to do, and that is this final step here at the bottom. We have this tiny little runner that's going to stick to the bottom of there. So let's get this glued up so you can try and get a nice level so you can see me do this. There we go. I'm going to super glue this. I want it to hold, and I want it to hold firm. So yeah, it's gonna be super glued. Not loads, just a little. And then I'm going straight in, across the bottom, flush, and I get my tweezers to plug that into place and hold it where it needs to go. Okay, tweezers, he says, using a bloody screwdriver. Just want to put that into place. And that completes the stairs and pretty much completes our frozen room. I'm going to grab some of the frozen furniture and see how we can make this look. I think we're looking really nice, you know. I think we're looking really nice. Now there's a large table to go in here that'll go just over here. There's a few other bits and pieces, like almost like a hostess trolley. There's some paintings that go on the walls as well. But I think we're starting to look really nice. Really nice. Let's have a chat. So that's that one done. Wow, what an impact. We got our first stairs in, which means we've got our first pathway up to the second floor. And I'm really happy with it. It's looking great. It's looking really, really nice. And with a big goofy smile on my face. It's looking great. What an impact those stairs have had. They've had a massive impact. They really have. And wow, yeah, we're starting to look like a house now. We're starting to look really good. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Really happy. It's good. Look at this stupid smile. We're getting there. We're getting there, you know. We are leaving the main house and going back to Winnie the Pooh's basement for a brief flirtation. So we're there for issue 54. We're also there for issue 55. And then we are moving purely on second floor. So we've got the last one of this month is back in the basement. And the first one for next month, we remain in the basement, finish the door. Then we are moving pure upstairs. So we're doing all of the ceilings of those floors. We're putting the lights in. We're building the walls. I promise you, the second floor flies up. It goes up so quick, it's unreal. So exciting stuff to come. We've got one more to go. So we've got 54, which will be coming up very shortly on the channel. So tune in for that. If you haven't yet, please remember to both like and subscribe, and drop us a comment as well. If you're enjoying the build, let us know where you are on your build. If you have any problems, if you have any good things, if any modifications, you'd maybe love to hear about them. If it's too much for the comments, you can email us at buildingtheboys@outlook.com. That is all for me. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. And in February, the month of Valentine's, the month of love, make someone smile, tell someone you love them, and I will catch you on the next one.